our prime cost. We first need to know our prime cost.
No, no, no. The requirements of the question. The requirements are A and B. So in A, it asks us to calculate our unit cost based on absorption costing and our unit cost based on ABC, and then B is to comment. That's what I want you to understand. Okay, good. Right, so let's start. So I've opened my spreadsheet, I've opened my Google Sheet, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name. And don't mind this, this spreadsheet, I'm going to download it as an Excel file, and then I'll share with you, okay? I'll download it as an Excel file, and then I will share with you. So the file name, I'll call it activity-based costing. Activity-based costing. I'll put in brackets ABC. Okay, then I'll say das Ensau Limited. ENSAU LTD. Okay. Right, so that's the name of the file. As I click it, you can see it was saying saving, and then once it's saved, it will say save on the file. Okay, so I'm going to put this as part of my favorites. So I'm going to star it here. Okay, so watch me, I'm going to star it so that once you go to your Google Drive, you can go to your favorite files or your start files, and then you can easily find it there. Okay. Then next, I'm going to rename my worksheet. Very, very important. Please try to follow the way I do it. So don't just leave it as sheet 1 like that. Okay. So I just double click on the sheet, and then I'll call it Hensau Limited. But should I type it? I already have Hensau Limited type. So I come in here, I copy, and then I come on double click, then I right click and paste. Okay, so that has been done for me. Is that clear, everybody? So if I want to color this red, what do I do? If I want to color this red, what do I do?
Just click on the arrow below and just say add color shade. Then
okay, I click on the arrow below, then I'll say change color, and then I choose red. Excellent, good. And the red, you won't see it on here, but you'll see it at the bar. Good. So, right. So the heading, I'm going to copy that also here, and I put it on the face of my worksheet. But before doing that, I want to zoom this so that you can be able to see my writings clearly. Okay, so I'm going to zoom it. So to zoom it, I'll open here, and then I'll select 150% so that it can be bigger. Can you see? Then the text also, I'm gonna make sure all the text that we write here are at least 12 font size. So I'm going to highlight on the whole worksheet. To highlight on the whole worksheet, you click on this tab on top of one. So you click on there, and then I will come to the font size, then I'll open it and choose 12 so that everything can be 12 by default. So if I type anything here, the font size is going to take will be 12. Okay, is that clear? Right, so I want the heading, so I don't have to type it because it's already typed. So I just click on here, copy, and then I come inside here, then I paste. Okay, so you can click on it and paste, but if you want only the text to be copied, you just click on the cell and then you click on the formula bar, you right click and say paste. Then you enter. Is that clear, everybody? Right. So that is our heading. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start answering A1. So A1 is for us to prepare a unit cost statement using absorption costing. Okay, so I'm going to write as my heading I'm gonna make everything bold. Sorry, I'm gonna make everything how to call it, uppercase. So I say unit cost statement using absorption costing. Absorption. I hope you're following me. So what are you doing? Are you typing it on the computer or what are you doing? Class, let me hear from you. It's very, very important that you follow. Somebody said I can't see anything. Well, can the rest of you see something?
Yes, we are
Yes,
seeing
we
everything.
are seeing.
We are following too.
Yeah, if you want to follow and type, you have to be jumping from one seat to the other. So,
To the order. Okay,
yeah,
okay. If you're happy following, you can follow.
yes,
And then
later
later
when
on you
you,
can watch the video.
I think that's better for us.
Okay, excellent. Good. Okay, that's fine. You can follow.
Also,
Since
you
you
can
will
minimize
get it there,
your.
even if you don't follow the video, I'll download it. But the best is to follow the video so that you can be able to, walk along, in your free time. Okay, but you still get the workbook. You still get the file, right? Okay, so we're going to. So we've got our unit cost statement. First, before we do our frame, what is the requirement for A1? What's the requirement for A1?
Is the existing method for the absorption of overhead cost.
Okay, because we're going to calculate our unit cost using the absorption costing technique. Good. So since we are all clear, and I think we have done that before, so we are not going to do something new. It's exactly going to be what we have done before. Right, so I'm going to give our headings. So the first one we're going to leave will be for our details. So the second one will be the heading for the first product, which is X. Then we have Y, and then we have Z. Okay, so before we do anything, I want us to format our worksheet a bit. So we all agreed that this first part, the first column will be a text column. So we just expand it a bit. Okay, we just expand it a bit. Then the last three columns will be number columns. And by default, numbers are aligned to the right. So I'm going to highlight all of them. And then I align them to the right by coming here and then click right alignment. So that if I enter anything here, it will be automatically aligned to the right. Okay? And I also want to format it even before doing anything, so that if I type anything here, in case it has got numbers that are in thousands, it will put 1,000 separator and no decimal place. So I can just highlight all the three columns, then I come to format menu, I choose number, and then I choose financial. I usually like the financial number formatting, okay, which will give numbers in 2 decimal place with 1,000 separator and negative numbers instead of showing as red, but then they will be shown in brackets. So I just click there. Nothing will happen because we have not typed anything, okay? Let's say we type 87, look at it, it's gonna give us 87.22 because that's what the default we have made. So, but we don't want the 00 something to appear, okay? But instead, okay, let's leave it at 2 decimal place, fine. We are happy with 2 decimal place for now. Right, so we've done the frame. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to plug the numbers. So in exams, please take note. In exams, try to put your frame first before you start answering. It's very, very, very important putting your frame. Sometimes when you are constrained with time, but you've constructed your frame properly, the examiner can be sympathetic. You know, examiners are also, lecturers or examiners are also sympathetic. So if you do a nice frame like this, even maybe without answering something, maybe the examiner can be sympathetic and give you maybe 0.5 mark or maybe 1 mark, like that. You don't expect to get anything more than 1 mark, for things like this. But at least 1 mark can make a difference. It can make a difference between a failure and a pass, isn't it? Okay, so having your frame in order is very, very important. Okay, so as accountants, we are very much concerned with our presentation. So because we are concerned with our presentation, I would like to present the heading also in the middle. I'd like to center both of them in the middle, okay? The main heading here. So I just click on the first one up to where the heading should stop, because this should be centered between columns B to column E. Then I highlight all of them and I click on the My cells, and then I click on center, okay? And then I want to format this in such a way that the text will be white in a green background, okay? So I will go to the background, I'll make it green, and then I'll go and change the font to white, okay? And then I'll make it bold, and then I'll increase the font size to say 14. Please, I'm trying to go a bit fast, so, but if you don't understand anything, feel free to stop me, and then I'm more than happy to explain it to you. Is that okay? Is that okay, class?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, good. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So now let's say I want this format, I want to bring it here. What do? I explained this to you last class.
They use the paintbrush.
The paintbrush, good, excellent. So I just click on this, I click on the paintbrush or the paint format, and then I come and apply it here. Okay, but because the how to call it, the sentence or the heading is long, that's why it could not fit here. So what do? We reduce the font size to 12. Okay, and then this time around, we don't want the background to be green, but we only want the text color to be green. So we can go and deactivate the background. We reset it to normal, and then the font is green, so that we can have green font on white background visible. Okay, how is it? Yes. Yes.
You match the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 rows, the same 4 cells.
4, yes, 4. I've marked 4 cells, yes.
Same thing. How do you match them together to make it one?
Okay, so what I did was I just clicked on the first one, and then I drag up to the last one. Then there is a function called.
So you highlight both of them.
Yeah, you highlight all the cells that you want to match. Okay, at the same time. Okay, by clicking and dragging to the end, right? And then you can come and click on merge cells easily. And if you merge cells, by default, they will be aligned to the left. So if you want them to be aligned to the right, you can come here and choose center. So align to the center. Is that clear? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So we're going to move on. So now, now that we've got our frame, we're going to calculate our unit cost. So when we are calculating our unit cost, what is the first set? What is the first
Thank you. Yes.
set of cost that we consider?
Yes, I'm getting you. Yes, it's clear.
Direct area.
Sorry, Fatu, what are you saying? Usman seems to have some network problems. He's late. He's 2 minutes behind.
Direct material.
Direct material. Okay, you answered the question. Fine. Okay, so the first set of cost we look at is always the prime cost or the variable cost. So the variable costs are the first thing that we consider. And as far as our question is concerned, the first variable cost is direct materials. So when we are calculating variable costs, we always start with the most prominent one, if it is available, which is material. Okay, so that's why we always start with direct material. Okay, thank you, Fatu. So direct material, okay. Direct materials, okay. So the direct materials have been given on the question, okay. On the plate, you don't have to struggle to get them. So can you give me the direct materials? They are on the plate. What's the direct material for product X?
5.
5. Mind you, everything that we put on here is
5,
at unit
3.
cost. 5, 3. What's the last one for that?
6.
Excellent. Okay, so next, what cost category do we go to? After direct materials, we go to?
Direct labor.
Direct labor. Okay, so do we have direct labor on our statement? Okay, so now.
Yes, but it's in minutes.
It's in minutes. Okay, so the direct labor, we've been told in the unit cost area that, sorry, in the cost per product area, that for each product to be produced, it needs a number of minutes each. Okay, so for example, for product X, you need 24 minutes in direct labor to produce 1 unit of product X. For product Y, you need 40 minutes. That's the workers or the laborers needs 40 minutes to produce 1 unit of Y. For product Z, 60 minutes. Okay? And the cost we've been told is £4 an hour. Okay? So what will be the unit direct cost for each of the products?
Yes, Mr. Pahona.
Yes.
Are you not going to consider the direct material square meter?
The direct material square meter.
Yeah.
The direct material square meter, what is that? Is that monetary?
No, it's not monetary.
It's not monetary. Okay. So that has been given to you just for information's sake. Okay. But the direct material unit cost has been given. So you don't have to do any calculation.
No,
Can you see?
that's fine.
The unit cost has been given to you, so no calculation. Okay. So now the direct labor, how are we going to calculate direct labor per unit for each of the product?
I think
We divide it by 60.
One after the other, please.
Divide.
One after the other. Raise your hands if you want. Ali, yes. Ali, you want to talk? Ali Tala? Okay, Ali raised his hand by mistake. Fatu, yes. Yes, Fatu.
Okay, first we are going to convert the minutes into hour.
Okay, excellent.
Then 24 minutes was given for department X.
Okay, so that will be 24 over 60.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be 24
Then
over 24 over 50. Is it? What do you
60,
over what?
60, yeah.
Over
60.
60. Okay.
60.
60. Okay. I'm afraid that area I can't do anything. You know, we all need some maths knowledge to do accounting, isn't it? And you know, we've learned in primary school, you know, maybe primary 3 or primary 4, you know, things like this. How many minutes make 1, you know, hour? How many seconds? You know, I'm sure you remember these famous you know, melodious songs that kids sing during their primary school. 60 seconds make 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours make 7 days make 1 year. 365 days make 1 year. 366 days make 1 leap year. Huh? I think we all remember those songs. So if you know those things, they are fun. So you start becoming an accountant from your primary school age. Okay, so now you have those knowledge, you're going to apply it here. Because no accountant is going to teach you how many minutes do you have in an hour. Please, when I'm talking, just listen to me. Why do you keep saying Mr. Fowler, Mr. Fowler? Just listen to me until I land, and then you can say what you want to say. Protocols.
You are right.
Mr. Njai. Mr. Njai, I hope you are not from Nyomi, huh?
Yes, from Nyomi, exactly.
Oh, unfortunately. Come on, Mr. Njai. Huh?
Yes, like, yes, in converting the labor, when after converting the minutes to 24 hours over 60 times 4 hours, 4, that it says that is paid £4 per hour.
Okay, sorry. You say if we convert?
24 minutes to 60, you divide 60 by 24. Then multiply it by the £4.
Yes, exactly. Because £4 is the hourly rate. So by dividing 24 by 60, you are converting the minutes to hours, and then now you'll have the number of hours, and the hourly rate is 4. Simple.
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create another worksheet just to make life easy. Because we can do the calculation here. We could say equals 24 divided by 60 multiplied by that. That is correct. There's no problem in that. But it's not professional. What's going to happen is if tomorrow one of the factors change, you have to come inside the formula and change. But if we do a work-ins, if any of the factors change, you just go into the work-in and change. And everything else that depends on that will change. Okay, so I'm going to create a new worksheet, and then I'll call it work-ins. So to add a worksheet, I just click on the plus, and then I double click, and then I'll call it work-ins. Right. So I'll need these work-ins, and then I'll paste it here. Right. So and the first work-in, so work-in 1, I'm going to label them 1. So the first work-in we're going to look at will be what? So we first have to get these factors. So before getting the 1, so I just say X, Y, and Z. Right. So the first thing that I'm going to put here will be the number of units. So this will be the data that I will use in my workings. So number of units. And what are the number of units for X, Y, Z? Number of units, please?
200,000.
200,000.
You mean the units, the number of units in X?
Yes, X.
Yes, the production quantity in units, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it's 2,000.
2,000, exactly. Okay, so I have 2,000, 1,500, and Z is what?
800.
800. So the number of units, and what are we interested in now? The how to call it? The labor hours. The labor hours per unit. Okay, labor in minutes. So labor in minutes. So we all agreed the labor in minutes is 24. Okay, 40
and 60.
And 60. Excellent. And we all know number of minutes in an hour. Okay. Number of minutes in an hour is how many minutes?
60.
60.
Good. So now we have this. So I'll call this working 1. Okay. Are we together? Are you following? Okay. So now that we have this basic data, we're going to use it in answering our direct label. So we come here. Now we have the factors but there is one more factor that we need to put here. That is the direct labor rate per hour. So labor rate per hour. What's the labor rate per hour?
4.
4. Excellent. Right. So let's just insert a space here so that we don't feel this is directly under the product, but instead it's a general information. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Right, so we can come here. Now that we have all the factors here in the formula, can someone tell me what formula should we write in C7 to calculate the direct labor hours per unit for X?
Equals, Mr. Fofana? Yes.
Yes.
Equals to?
Equals,
Sum.
Sum.
Okay. Average.
First, let's agree. If we have to calculate this, manually, how are we going to calculate it? We've agreed already. Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
let me try. It's going to be equals to
Multiply by 4.
24 divided by 60 multiplied by 4. Correct. Okay. So if we have to put that in a formula, and then now we don't want to type 24 divided by 60, but instead we want to use the ones that are typed here. So that's the formula I want you to give me. So we say equals.
equals to, you go to the workings.
I go to the
20.
Click on the working sheet.
Who is coming? Karamo, it has to be one by one. Who is answering, Karamo or Usman?
Usman.
Okay. Usman now, yes. So equals,
Bracket open.
Bracket opens,
24.
Huh?
24.
I typed 24.
Yes.
Hey, Usman, you know what I mean?
No.
Equals to go click on the working.
Okay, wait. One by one, please. Who wants to come? Yankuba?
Can I come in?
Let me try.
Yusufa, sorry. Yusufa. Yes, Yusufa coming.
You go to the workings after equals to.
Equals, then I go to the work. So I click on the working sheet.
Yes. Then the number of labor in minutes, 24.
Okay.
You click on that.
I click on that.
Then divided by 60.
Divided by what? I type 60?
No, it is E7, yeah. Click
E7.
on that.
Yes, E7,
multiply sign.
Multiplied by?
Then it is E8, yeah.
E8, okay.
Then enter.
Then I enter. Correct. So that's correct, 1.6. So what about for Y?
Hello, Mr. Fofana?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That one is okay. But if you want the system to use the both math sign, like the bracket open and bracket close, is it not important in this regard?
Yes, you can use it. You can use both maths here. Like you can how to call it? You can put this in brackets. So that's also going to work.
Okay.
That's going to work as well. So now, if we want to calculate Y, what are we going to do?
Mr. Fafa, can I give an attempt?
Yes, go ahead. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not familiarized with this practical issue, so I want to give a try.
Yeah, good. That's why we are here. Don't worry, Fatu. Feel free to say anything. Yes, give it a try.
We have equals to.
Equals to.
We go to the working.
Workings.
We have the number. Let me check for the number of minutes for this one. It's 40.
40, yes. So that is D5.
Yeah, we have D5 divided
So I
by
click on D5 divided by. Okay, let's use Mr. Njai's working. He says we put in brackets. So we say equals, bracket opens.
Open.
Okay, so we go to workings.
D4.
Okay,
Yeah.
D5.
We have D4 divided by
D5 divided by
E7.
E7
Multiplied by close bracket.
E7 close bracket.
Multiplied by E8.
Multiplied by E8.
Yeah.
Okay. Giving me 0.
Is it correct?
Huh?
Is it correct?
Yes, D5, it says D5 divided by E7.
Yeah.
D5 divided by E7. 40 divided by 6. Multiplied by what?
E8.
Multiplied by E8. E8 is 4. But
Yeah.
it's giving me 0. It's giving me 0. Okay, let me remove the brackets and see what's going to happen. Still giving me 0. What's the problem?
Mr. Fofana?
Yes.
Mr. Fofana. Maybe you close the bracket before the multiplication.
No, now I remove all the brackets. It's still giving me 0. Okay, let's do it again. So we say equals. We go to workings. For y is 40 divided by 60 multiplied by 4. Enter. So now it's working. You know the reason? You know the reason? Before, the workings was not there. It was only E8, meaning E8 here. E8 here, which is blank. So if you multiply any number with 0, it gives you 0. I thought you were going to realize the mistake, but you did not realize it. I'll go back and see, and you know, I'll just tell you what has happened. This was here, so I just go back. Okay, I go back. Look at the formula now. Can you see the formula?
The formula.
Yes, we are seeing the formula.
It says workings D5 divided by workings E7 multiplied by E8. E8 means the E8 of the current seed, which is this one. Is there anything in E8?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
So if you multiply everything by 0, it's 0, isn't it? That's why it was giving you 0. I told you are going to detect that. But instead, when we apply the formula, look at it now. Workings D5 divided by workings E7 multiplied by workings E8. E8 now. So workings E8 now is talking about the sheet. Mind you, if you see something like this, how to call it, a text and then followed by an exclamation mark, meaning the name of the worksheet. Okay, so we're trying to apply the content of this worksheet here. So the numbers in this worksheet here in our calculation, but not the numbers here. The numbers here, there's nothing here at the moment as our basis. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So now, what we're going to do is, this method is not wrong. It's not wrong, but it's too tedious and time consuming. Because if we want to do for X, we're going to go back and do the same formula. Can someone tell me a fast way of doing it? Just doing it once and then copy.
Yes.
Yes. So for example, now, okay, let's practical. Doing this now, but let's copy and see. If you copy and paste and see what is going, it's going to give us this. Is this correct?
No.
Okay, it's not correct. Why is it not correct?
Because the formula is not been copied.
The formula has been copied. The formula, look at it. Look at the formula. The formula is copied. Look at it. The formula is copied.
The cell is moving. You need to lock it up.
The cell is moving. I need to lock it up. Who is saying that?
The Nyominka man.
The Nyominka man. You see, the Nyominka man is an experienced guy, huh? So how do you call that?
I don't know, but I know you use the dollar sign to lock it up, huh?
You use the dollar sign to lock it up. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yes.
You know how to lock it
go
up.
to the format, the first format, then
Yes.
inside the dollar sign.
We will go and lock it up. But before locking it up, people need to know what we are doing and why are we doing it. This is really, really important. You know, a lot of people, especially in practice, Suleiman will bear me out. They say, Excel, Excel has got a lot of problems. Excel, if you're not careful, it can give you errors. You know, sometimes you copy and paste, it gives you something wrong. You know, no, that's not Excel's problem. It's your problem. It's your problem. You first need to know how Excel works. Okay? Just like Suleiman rightly said, if you use cells in Excel formula or in any spreadsheet formula, mind you, we are not on Excel, but it works the same way as Excel. We are on Google Sheet. Okay? If you use cells, okay, and how to call it, and do a formula, and then you want to copy that, take note, by default, the values, the dependence of that formula also moves. If you move one space, they also move with you. Okay, let's put this into practice. Okay, when we look at this first one, how did we arrive at it? We arrived at it by considering this, okay, divided by this, multiplied by this, isn't it? So that's why we had a cell reference of C5 divided by E7 multiplied by E8. Look at it. Is that not what is here? So now when we copy it, what's going to happen? This cell reference here, since we've moved once, we've moved from C7 to D7, all the dependents are also going to move one space. Let's look at inside the formula. Look at the formula in here. Now, instead of C5, it's saying D5. And instead of E7, it's saying what? F7. And instead of E8, it's saying what? F8. So you move once, okay? You move once, it's going to move once this way, okay? So the 40, there is no problem, but look at the other dependence. The other one is F7 of the workings. Look at F7. What is F7? Is there anything in F7?
It's empty.
It's empty.
It's empty.
So that's why it's displaying an error message. Okay, so we go here again. Okay, let's look at the last part, F8. Where is F8? This is F8. Is there anything in F8?
No, it's empty as well.
It's empty. Right. So by default, if you do calculations on Excel and replicate it, everything moves one space. And that cell referencing is called relative cell reference. Okay? Relative means it depends on the situation. If you move, it's going to move. So in order to avoid that relative cell reference, you make the cell reference fixed, just like Mr. Cole rightly said. Okay? You make it fixed. And how do you make it fixed? You make it fixed by prefixing with $2 signs. We're going to do it so that if you make it fixed, if you move once, the cell reference that you make fixed will always stay with you. It does not change. Okay? So there are 3 cell references for your information: relative cell reference, fixed cell reference, and a mixed cell reference. Mixed cell reference is part fixed and part relative. Is this clear? So now, having this understanding, let's go and do our. It's really important that you have this understanding. Really important. Okay, it's really important that you have this understanding. Mr. Njai, can you mute yourself? There is background noise coming from your end. Okay, so we're going to go and do that again. So please, everybody, bear me out. So we're going to say equals. We go to the workings. We click on 24. We say divided by E7. And then at this juncture, we know that we need to make E7 fixed, because E7 is the number of minutes in an hour, so it's not going to change to any of the product. It's going to remain fixed. So we make it fixed. How do we make it fixed? We make it fixed by prefixing this cell reference, like E with a dollar sign and 7 with a dollar sign. So $E, $7. So to do that, you can come here, click, and then type $sign, but then there's a fast way of doing it. Once you are on this edit mode, you press F4 on your keyboard, F4. So you press F4. Once you press F4, automatically it's going to put $2 signs for you. Okay? So can you see? Can you see the $2 signs? I press F4 and it gave me $2 signs.
Yes.
And now we say multiplied by the hourly rate. Is the hourly rate also going to change with any of the product?
No.
No,
it has to be constant.
We click on the hourly rate and then we make it as well. So we press FN key with F2. So in some keyboards, F4. In some keyboards, you can press F4 directly. Okay, but with some keyboards, you have to press the function key alongside the FN key alongside with the F4 key. Then after that, we enter. So now we've entered easily. Look at this. We replicate. Look at this. Easily. Have we not saved time? 2.74, 1.6. Can you see? So now when you click on them, look at this. This remain fixed and that remain fixed. Look at it. This remain fixed and that remain fixed. Do you understand?
Mr. Fofana, can you kindly go back, please?
Okay.
Yeah, please go back, Mr. Fofana. Please go back.
Okay. I'm going to go back. So you understand how we arrive at this this formula. So we say equals C5 divided by E7. We agree E7 is the number of minutes in an hour, which is 60, and which is not going to change for any of the product. So we make it fixed. How do we make it fixed? We make it fixed by adding $2 signs. Dollar sign before the letter and dollar sign before the number. Multiplied by, okay? Multiplied by the hourly rate. The hourly rate we know is not going to change with any of the products. It's the same hourly rate for all the products. So what do? We make it fixed. So the same thing to make it fixed, we prefix with a $sign. So In order to make it fast, you don't have to type the dollar signs, but when you are on the edit mode, when you are on there about to build the formula, that's when you press F4 key. So if you press F4 key, it automatically gives you $2 signs. Okay, is that clear? And then now, once your formula is set up, you just copy and look at it. So it has done for you automatically with less effort. Do you understand? Do you understand? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Excellent.
And
So
also, Mr. Fofana,
yes.
After having your first one, the format, you can just go on the format, you edit it, and you put the $2 signs between the F7 and also the E, before the E and the F7, for example.
Yes, but you don't have to go and edit it. You can build it. It's faster. Like when you are doing the formula, you press F4. That's faster.
That's faster, yeah.
Yes. Like when you are saying divided by E7, once you click on E7 or you type E7, just press F4 at the time. It will automatically put $2 signs for you. That's the purpose.
That's
of
right.
F4. Okay. Clear, everybody? Okay.
Yes,
so
yes.
now,
Mr. Fofana,
what is next? Yes.
I understand how you derive the formula, but
yes.
my concern is the dollar sign. How do you put it there? That's what I'm confused of.
Yeah, the dollar sign is simple. Let me do it again, and then you will understand it more. Right. So, please watch, Mr. Core. Yeah, Mr. Is it Coca? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I say equals, right? Then I go to 24, which is the number of minutes for X. So I click on 24, which is C5, right? So I say divided by the number of minutes per hour. Now, the number of minutes per hour is on cell E7, isn't it?
Yes,
it's on cell E7. Now, this number of minutes per hour, if we're going to copy the formula, is it going to change according to the products? Is it going to change? It won't change. It will remain the same because that is a standard. The number of minutes in an hour is always 60 minutes, no matter what. So if it is going to remain the same for each of the products X, Y, and Z, now we have to make it fixed in the formula. So to make it fixed is when we click on it, okay, as you can see, you know, these broken lines going around the cell, this tells you that it's on edit mode. You press F4 at that time. Okay, you press F4. So if you press F4, look at it, it has put $2 signs for us. If you have forgotten about the F4, then you can type the dollar signs there one by one, but that's a weak way of doing it. Am I communicating, Coca?
Yes, I'm getting it now.
Okay. And then multiplied by the hourly rate, isn't it? The hourly rate is on cell E8, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on cell E8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So on cell E8, is going to remain the same for each of the products. The hourly rate, as far as this question is concerned, is 4. So we click on E8 and we make it fixed by pressing F4 or by typing $2 signs and we enter.
Okay.
Now we are done. We just replicate. So even if we have 1,000 of this, we just replicate. We just paste, copy, paste to the rest, and the formula is going to work perfect.
Okay, I get it.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what next? Do we have any other variable costs?
Yeah, we have.
Which other variable costs do we have, Fatu?
Operation.
Operations. Variable cost.
Even not direct expenses.
Operations, direct expense. Which operations?
Number of power drill operation.
That is only number. That's not monetary.
It's the prime cost. The prime cost.
Okay.
So let's agree, Fatu. We don't have any other. We don't have any other variable cost, because the next variable cost should have been direct expenses, and there are no direct expenses. So there is no other cost which varies with each of the products. So now we can nicely calculate our total variable overheads. And what is that called? Prime cost. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can also click on the 1.6 and then drag it to where for then everything.
You can click on what?
Where the cell now is 1.60.
Exactly. You click on it and you can drag, yes, to replicate. Fine. That's one way, and then you can copy it and then paste across.
Okay.
Right. So how do we calculate the prime cost? Can someone give me the formula?
Yes.
Direct,
Direct direct.
it's equals to sum.
Equals sum.
So.
Open bracket. You just click.
One after the other. Who
just
was
click
talking?
C6.
Was it Sringa?
Pardon?
The lady was giving me the formula.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
allow
me.
her. Who was it?
I'm saying you click on C6 or you just write C6 in the bracket.
Mr. Cook, are you a lady?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You are a lady. That's what you're
No.
saying.
I'm not a lady.
No, I was saying that there was a lady who started the formula. I want her to continue.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
We just heard from you, Mr. Koga.
It was Fatu.
Okay, Fatu,
Yes,
yes. Fatu, yes. Yes, you say
we
equal
have
sum.
some open bracket. We have
we click on the first one, and then we can click on a colon, and then click the last one.
Yeah.
Or we can just click on the first one, and then we drag to the end, we close the bracket, we enter. Okay? And then we replicate.
Yes.
Excellent. Good. So we make the prime cost bold because we'll use it later. So the prime cost is 6.6, 5.7, and 5.67 and 10. Okay, so we can move to the overhead. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop at part A. Then next week we'll continue with part B. I know some people have left us since 5 o'clock. We used to have 52, now it's 36. Maybe some of them have got class already. Actually, we're not supposed to go beyond 5. But I was, testing you. Nobody complained, so I assumed that nobody's having class. But now I've seen the number has reduced to 36. Okay. So, but we let's just complete this nicely. Let's just complete the first part, and then we can, call it a day and continue with the second part. Okay, is that clear? The reason why we're taking time is I really want you to have a good knowledge of spreadsheet. That's why I'm taking all this trouble. So for you to consolidate the understanding, please make sure when you go home, try and look at the videos and then practice along. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so next we're going to calculate our production overhead. Or you can just say overhead. Okay, production overheads. Right, so our production overhead, we're going to provide a working for it. So I'll just put in brackets, W2 meaning working 2. Clear, everybody? Are you following? Shall we proceed? Okay, so yes, can someone tell me what to do to calculate our production overheads? We have done it before when we were doing our absorption costing question last week. Okay, I'm going to choose. Please just wait. I want to catch those who are not with us. Okay. Dembo Nyasi. Dembo, are you with us? Dembo?
Yes, Mr. Hogan, I'm with you.
Yes. So how are we going to calculate our production overhead? Dembo?
Yes, are you talking of the formula?
The explanation, the formula, how are we going to calculate it?
Yeah, production overhead is the overhead expenditure all over the budgeted expenditure all over the budgeted activity.
Okay, so what's the first thing you do? You calculate your what?
Your OAR.
Your OAR, okay, and then you apply your OAR. You
Yes, you
absorb your
absorb it into
OAR.
the
You
actual
apply
units.
the OAR with the actual activity level. So now,
Yes.
how are we going to calculate the OAR? So working 2. So we can just link it up. We say equals this. We don't have to type it. You don't have to type it. We can link it here. Production overheads. Yes. Yes, Dembo? How do we calculate our OAR? In calculating our OAR, we need 2 numbers, isn't it? What are they?
Our budgeted activity.
Hello, Mr.
Sorry, our budgeted expenditure.
Our budgeted?
Expenditure, that is our budgeted overheads.
Budgeted overheads,
all over our budgeted activity.
Our budgeted activity level?
Yeah.
Okay. What are our budgeted overheads here? What are they? They've been given, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it.
You are not seeing them. You don't have the question before you?
No. I just came in not long ago.
Not long ago. You are late.
Hello,
yeah.
Mr. Try.
Usman, yes, try.
Yes, the material receipts and inspection costs.
Okay, that's one
divided
overhead.
By the total, how to call the badges of the material.
No. That one we will do that when we are doing our ABC. For now, we are doing absorption costing. We are doing our absorption costing. So the overheads are given on top of the question. Okay, as you can see them, material receipt and inspection, power cost, material handling. So all those 3 numbers are the total overheads. Okay, the activity level we've been given, we've been told in the question. When you go to the paragraph on top of the requirements, it's an activity-based costing investigation has revealed that the cost drivers for the overheads are as follows. No, just the paragraph before that. Overhead costs for material receipt and inspection process power and are presently each approved by product units using rates per labor, direct labor hours. So direct labor hours is our current absorption rate. So we're going to use the direct labor hours as our activity level. Is that clear? Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's calculate our direct labor hours. So how do you calculate our direct labor hours? Direct labor hours. How do we calculate our direct labor hours? We have the factors that we're going to use on top here that we can use to calculate our direct labor hours, isn't it? Okay, when you go back to your question, the second table where it says direct labor in minutes, so each unit under X uses 24 minutes to produce. Under Y, 40 minutes to produce, and under Z, 60 minutes to produce. So if you want to know how many hours is required for each product, how do you calculate that? Yes.
Add the total.
Huh?
The minutes
Yes, Fatu
multiplied by the
can come in.
production unit.
Sorry?
That is the labor units for department X multiplied by the production units for department.
Boy, lan mo ba fa ndé rabo? Ano jwa? Wamende.
Hey, Jawara.
Hey, sorry,
You're in
sir.
class.
Sorry. Oh, hold on.
Hello, Mr. Fafana, can I try?
Yes, go ahead.
If you want to know the direct labor hours, I'm looking at the question for product X, Y, and Z. It is given, the direct labor is given in minutes in the second table.
Okay.
So for product X is 24 minutes. So we convert that into hours since we're dealing with, the product per unit is going to be for that direct labor hour.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is 24 divided by 60, since 60 minutes make an hour, and then we multiply it by the number of units.
Exactly.
Very
good. Very good. Very good. So what formula do we put here? By putting into consideration the dollar sign, the fixing, and so on and so forth. So can you give us the formula, Mr. Coker?
Yes, equals to. Yes, we click on C5. All right, then we divide like the slash. We click on E7.
E7,
Yes, and we have to make it fix by clicking F4.
Excellent.
And then we also go to we also multiply by C4.
Multiplied by C4.
And then make that one fix as well by clicking F4.
Multiply by C4.
C4,
and we make it fix.
Yes.
Hey, make it fix.
Sorry, it's not fixed. That one is just the product. Sorry.
Okay, so we don't make it fixed because it's going to change. Yeah?
It's going to change. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So we enter. So this time we are going to make only one thing fixed, which is the number of minutes per hour.
The number of, minutes.
So we just replicate this. Look at it. 800, 1,800. Is that not correct?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay, good. So we have, so the direct labor hours, so that's for 800, 1,800. Okay, and we have a total of how much? Total direct labor hours. We can do a sum formula, isn't it? Equals sum, bracket opens, and we just calculate the total easily. So we have a total of 2,600. Is that correct? Is that correct, everyone?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, and then the budgeted overheads, we can calculate our budgeted overheads as well. Okay. Total overheads, just to save time. Total overheads. We can just do one calculation here. So give me the numbers equals 15. The first one, material receipt and inspection, is 15,600, isn't it? 15,600.
Yes, plus 19,500.
Plus 19,500.
Plus 13,650.
Plus 13,650.
Yes.
So that gave us a total of 48,750. So now, what is our OAR? Our OAR is equals to what? We can come and calculate it here. So what is our OAR?
The OAR is gonna be the budgeted overhead, which is at F13.
Budgeted overheads
divided by the budgeted labor hours.
Divided by the labor hours. Excellent. So that one we need to send, align it to the left. And then we can do the formula on the F15. Okay, so give me the formula, please. Anyone? Thank you, Mr. Coker. Babakar Danso, can you give me the formula, please?
The formula for what?
You're not with us?
I'm with you.
Okay. Where am I? Where is my current location? What's the cell reference for my current location? I think we are calculating OAR, isn't it?
Set your cell reference currently.
Huh?
F15. You are at F15.
Yes.
You are currently standing at F15.
Yes. And that's the same line with OAR, isn't it? I say OAR is equal. You didn't see that?
Yeah, so in OAR, yes.
Okay, give me the formula now, quick.
Budgeted overhead all over labor hours, right?
Are you asking me? Okay, equals budgeted overheads divided by labor hours, correct? So we have 18.75 as our OAR. Sorry, yes. So we got our OAR now, isn't it? So what is next? What is next? Hello?
Yes, can I try?
Are you tired? Yes, then we'll try, yes.
Yes, now when you get the OAR, you are going to absorb it into the actual.
Yeah, we're going to absorb it, exactly. So how are we going to absorb it? We're going to absorb it by multiplying the OAR by what?
By the direct labor hours.
By the actual activity level, which is 24 minutes, 40 minutes, and 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
But that one we cannot divide, we cannot apply it directly, we have to divide it by 60. Okay? So not Coca now. Who can help me with the formula that we need to put here? Coca, not you. Umaru Keta. Umar, are you with us? Nima, you've been very quiet today. Nima, are you with us? Or you want to try Karamo? You want to save your junior, yeah? Karamo?
Yes.
You want to try? You want to tell me how I should develop the formula here?
For the production overhead, yes.
Okay.
You can start by equals to.
Uh-huh.
Then the working.
Yes.
Sheet.
Uh-huh.
Cell F, I don't know, F15.
F15, uh-huh. Should we make it fixed?
Then we multiply by.
Should we make it fixed?
Yeah, F15, yes, that should be fixed.
Yes, we make it fixed.
Yes. Multiply by C5.
Multiplied by
C5.
Okay, when we say multiply by, now we need to open bracket to obey board mass, isn't it? So we open multiply by bracket opens, C5,
Well, that should not be fixed. It should be so leave it like that.
Exactly,
Yes. And
C5
then enter.
Divided by.
And that's all.
No. You cannot multiply by C5. C5 is minutes. You have to convert the minutes to the minutes.
Okay.
Hey. Come on.
Okay. Oh, okay, divide by 60. Sorry, E7.
E7. And we make E7 what?
Constant.
We make it fixed. We make it constant. We enter. Okay. So easy. We have 7.5. For the first one, we duplicate 12.5 and 18.75. You see how easy it is when you know how to make formula fix? Look at it. I just duplicate. Within a second, I was able to get all this. Yes.
Can you repeat what I just did? What is calculation?
Mr. Repeat.
The production overhead.
Okay, I'll repeat. Don't worry. So I'm gonna start at first, please. Just once more. We're running out of time. We are not doing justice to those who left because our time has expired. To be honest, we should stop at 5. Okay. So right, I'm gonna do it once more because we have to close this class now. Okay. So we'll say equals. Right. This is our absorption rate. So in order to absorb, you multiply the absorption rate with the activity level. But this time around, we cannot apply it directly because the activity level is in minutes. We have to first turn it into hours. So to turn it into hours, we take the number of minutes divided by 60. Okay, is that clear? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So because the OAR is going to remain fixed for all of them, so let's make it fixed. So we press F4. And we say multiplied by, okay, before we can divide, because there are two numbers that we need to divide, we need to obey board mass. So we open brackets and take the first one. The first one, we don't have to make it fixed because it's going to, it varies between products. So we leave it variable and we say divided by 60. The 60, is it going to be fixed or variable?
The 60 is fixed.
Is it going to be fixed or relative?
The 60 is fixed.
It's fixed. Excellent. Okay. The reason is simple. Irrespective of the name of the product, it's all 60 minutes in an hour. Okay. And then we close our brackets, finish, and then we enter. So that is it. So now you don't do anything, but then you copy and paste. Simple. You see how easy this is? So that's why it's very, 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 very important for you to know how to use this absolute cell reference or fixed cell reference. Yes.
Yes, instead of putting like clicking on the cell, like formulating the 60. If we type it there directly, would it change? Like if we copy and paste, it would take it along.
You mean the last two columns? If you copy and paste the same thing, like when you come here, you
like
say
the
copy,
60.
You can copy, and then you come here and you paste. It's the same paste. It gives you the same thing. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like if we put 24, we use the formula by using the click.
Yes. Okay. So you mean instead of clicking on the cell reference for the 60, yes, you can use the 60 itself. So if you use 60 itself, then there's nothing like
7.5. We have it from the formula.
Yes, I think I understand what you mean. You mean instead of using, please listen to me, Mr. Jai. You said instead of using the cell reference E7 for 60, if you type 60 itself, yes, it's correct. It's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now,
if you put 60 there, there's no need to make it fixed with the dollar sign.
No need. Okay, so now we can go to our total cost per unit. Now we are done for the first part, total cost per unit. So our total cost per unit, what formula do we put to calculate it? Sum, okay. So take me through.
Equals to sum.
Equals sum, bracket opens.
C8.
C8, and then I drag to C9. Bracket closes, enter. Correct. I just duplicate. Okay, then I just highlight this. I'm going to make it bolder, and I'm going to make it bigger, 14. Okay, so this one is not fitting, and I don't want to expand the column, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it so that it can fit here without expanding the column. So that's what we call text wrapping. So to do text wrapping, we go to so you highlight on the text you want to wrap, as we are here already. Then we go to format, we say text wrapping, we choose wrap. So you see, now it's nicely wrapped here. So instead of you expanding the column. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is where the first part is going to end, but I am going to show you the benefit of showing your workings like this. In real life, this is what we call putting up your assumptions on a separate sheet. So that tomorrow, if any of your assumptions change, you can just come easily and change it here, and everything here is going to change. So I'm going to show you how that is going to work. So first, this total cost here, I'm going to make it, at the moment it's on a formula. So that means if anything changes, all of it will change. But I'm going to remove the formula from them. I'm going to copy and paste here so that I can see only this, only that, without any formula here. Who can help me do that? And how do you call that?
Hello, Mr. Hello?
Yes, Usman.
Yes, actually, I don't know the name there, but I think we just when we copy it, we paste it with paste special, but only figures.
Okay, paste special values. Yes, you're right. It's paste special values. So what we do is, so it is called a paste special values function. Okay. So good. Thank you, Usman. So that's the way to do. So I will just copy this, copy the whole thing. Then I come here and then I right click and say paste special. Then I choose values. Okay, is that clear? Paste special values. Then now you see it's the same thing, 14.10. But if you click on this 14.10, you can see the formula here. But if you click on this one, no formula, you can see only the numbers. So that means this does not depend on any function. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you what's going to happen if we change any of these functions here. Okay, so now we can find the difference between the two. So I just say difference. Actually, all this I'm showing you here is not part of the answer, but I just want to show you how beneficial it is to do your working sheet, you know, as your assumptions, so that if any of them changes, you see what's going to happen. So now let's find the difference between the two. So equals this minus that. We enter. So look at it. The difference is 0 for all of them. Can you see? The difference is 0. So I usually like to make my difference red so that they can stand out. So the difference is 0 for all of them. Okay, can you see? So that means this is the same as that. So the difference between this and this, what's the difference between this and this? This one is alive and this one is dead. This one alive means if something happens, it's going to respond. But this one, if anything happens to these numbers, it's not going to respond. So it is dead. Okay? Are you getting me right?
Yes.
Now, let's see how this works. Let's say tomorrow, we're going to use the same thing, but then only one thing happened. That is, the labor rate has changed to, let's say, £6 an hour. So if labor rates change to £6 an hour, you don't have to bother what the calculation you've done here. Mind you, we have used this labor rate many times. We've used it to calculate our labor. We've used it, no, we've used it only to calculate our labor. It's the number of minutes that we use to calculate our overheads. Okay, so now let's go. Look at it now. Everything is the same. There's no difference. Let's just go and change the labor rate, let's say to £6 an hour. So we'll do only one change, which is 6. We just come here and type 6 and then go back to our answer. Look at what happens. Look at the changes that has happened without you realizing. Look at it. So this has gone up from 14.10 to 14.9, 18.7 to 19.50, and from 28 to 30.75. Can you see? So it gave me a difference of this. Easily, just one click. Let's say tomorrow, instead of $6, just like what Biden is doing, is trying to increase the pay rate. So instead of initially $4, it has gone up to, let's say, $15. So you just come change here. Look at the effects. Can you see?
Yes.
So you go and make only one change and everything else changes for you. Okay, it's just to show you.
Hello, Mr. Fovan.
Yes.
Yes, call me Mr. Repeat.
I should call you?
Mr. Repeat.
Yes, no problem. Yes. So you want me to repeat again? You know, you are Mr. Repeat because you are in your minka, so that's why. Okay. So, right, I'm going to repeat. So it's just to say, you know, we've used these assumptions to do our calculation here, isn't it? So what I'm trying to say is, if tomorrow something happens to the numbers, even these production units can change. We can even change these production units. If you change them, at your free time, just play with them. The production units can change. The number of minutes can change as well. Okay, you can change those. This one cannot change. The number of minutes in an hour can never change. That will always be the same. But the labor rate can change because this is salary rate. It can change from, you know, regime to regime. Okay, so what you do, Mr. Njai, is only to go to your workings, because there was 4 here before. If you see 4 was here before, when you come here, look at it, the difference is 0 between the two. This one is fixed, like I said, I just use the same, but this one, if you make any changes, it's gonna change. So the original number is this. I try to make find the difference between the original number and the number if changes are made. Okay? So that's what exactly.
Yes, I want to know. Hello, Mr. Favana?
Yes.
You have already, how to call it, you have already terminated the formulas from this itself now.
Exactly. I've terminated formulas from here, yes.
Yes. Afterwards, then you create this another total down.
Yes, I create another down because I want to show I want to show the changes between the ones with the formula and the one without the formula to see the effect of the change I'm trying to do. You understand?
How do you make that one now? The last one now, the last total. I want to know.
I just copied this. I just
Okay.
copied, and then I came here, I paste special values. Paste special values. That's what I did.
Also, if you have the same values, then when you change, it will change.
Yeah.
Or
If you
this
come
one
and
is
change, this one will not change because this is dead. That is not on a formula. But this one will definitely change because it's on a formula. Can you see?
Yes. Okay, I understand.
Good. So now we can go and change our rate. Let's say instead of 4 is 10. So once you type 10, just once, everything else will change. All the direct labor hours have changed, and then the total has changed, and it gave us a difference of this. Do you understand?
Yes. This one is called the variance.
Yeah, the variance between the two numbers, yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. So I think this is where we're going to stop to do justice to the other students. So we're not going to start the ABC until next week, right? Until next week. And your homework will be to go through this, go and watch this video, and then try to practice it yourself so that you can understand. From next week onwards, I'll be giving you homework every lecture. Okay? So for today, I'm not giving any homework, but your homework is to go and go through the videos of what we have done and then try to practicalize it yourself. Very, very, very important. Please, very, very important. Okay?
Hello, Mr. Bowman.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm finding it difficult to the class, you know.
Huh?
I'm finding it difficult to register to the class. The registration form you send, I can't register since last class.
Okay, I told you, those who are finding it difficult to register, just give your name to Karamo, and then he's gonna send them to me, and then I'll put them on the register. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Right.
Sorry, sir. The issue why they are not able to register is that maybe they are using a mobile phone, and the mobile phone their email address is not registered in the phone.
Yes, I think that might be the reason exactly. Yeah, that might be the reason. Okay, so if you try to register your email on the mobile phone, hopefully you should be able to register easily, right? Okay, so any questions, any observations, or anybody who wants to say anything? We have to draw the curtains here.
Hello, Karamo.
Yes, Usman.
Yes, I'm trying to register a Google Classroom. Please, I send my